Hello, dear students. Let's continue in the usefulness of Bohr's model. Let's discuss today the presence of large number of spectral lines in hydrogen atom. Rydberg formula we have derived. You have to learn that formula. We have to know that hydrogen atom contains only one electron, which is first orbit in ground state. On absorbing energy, this electron may come to some higher energy level. Okay, this sentence is being continued. I am discussing that when electron absorbs the energy and that electron is in the ground state. Normal state is their ground state, and when they absorb the energy, they move on to excited state, and that is an unstable state. After 10 to the power minus 6 seconds, they return back to their ground state. Since a sample of hydrogen contains large number of hydrogen atoms, the electron in different atoms absorb different amount of energies and come to different higher energy levels. All the hydrogen atoms, they absorb the energies and they just rise to different higher energy levels. Now when the electrons come from a given excited state to ground state, suppose it has reached to fifth stage, and then it is coming back to the ground state, that is number 1, n is equals to 1. These different steps will involve different energies. Therefore, different lines appear in the hydrogen spectrum. Though the excited state, when an electron is reaching to the excited state, and after 10 to the power minus 6 second it is returning back, we have seen that different lines appear in the hydrogen atom spectrum, and these different lines correspond to the different wavelengths. Now suppose an electron is in the fourth orbit in excited state. From N4 it can come directly to N1. From N4 it can come to first N3. From N4 only it can come to N2. And from, you have to remember that ultimately it has to come to the N1 state, and from N4 it can come directly to N1, or it will come first to N3, then N2, then N1. From N4 to N2, then N1, or from N4 to N3, then N2, then N1. In some atoms, electrons may be excited to third orbit. Suppose it is moving to the third orbit. This electron may also adopt different routes for coming down in the ground state. From N3 to N1 directly also it can come. From N3 to N2, and then from N2 to N1. Since large number of such transitions takes place simultaneously in the sample of hydrogen atom, large number of spectral lines are observed in emission spectra. And the intensity, how we will come to know about the intensity? By its brightness. The intensity or brightness of spectral lines depends upon the number of photons of same wavelength of frequency emitted or absorbed. We can count the total number of spectral lines. There is a formula to find out total number of spectral lines. So write it in your copy. Number of emission lines. Number of emission lines is equal to N2 minus N1, N2 minus N1 plus 1 by 2. N2 minus N1, N2 minus N1 plus 1 by 2. Let's do one question. Just imagine that electron is in 5th energy level and it is coming to 5th energy level, means N2 is equals to 5, and it is coming to ground state, means N1 is equal to 1. Now let's see how many lines are returning. N2 minus N1 means 5 minus 1. N2 minus N1 means again 5 minus 1 plus 1 by 2. 5 minus 1 plus 5 minus 1 4, and 4 plus 1 5. 5 fours are 20. 20 by 2 is equals to 10. So with this formula we can find out how many emission lines are coming. Okay, so simple formula, N2 minus N1, N2 minus N1 plus 1 by 2. And suppose you want to see how 10 lines are coming. So they are coming from 5, directly it can come to 4. From 5 it can come to 3. From 5 it can come to 2. From 5 it can come to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now from 4 it will come to 3. 4 it will come to 2. 4 it will come to 1. Then take 3. 3 to 2. 3 to 1. Then 2 to 1. These 10 possible lines are possible. These 10 emission lines are possible. Okay, and we can calculate the number of emission lines. We only want the data should be given that what is the excited energy level, and ground you know that it is N1. Okay, from other lines also it can be asked. So N2 N1 will be given, N2 minus N1, N2 minus N1 plus 1 by 2. With this formula we can calculate the number of spectral lines. Now suppose we have to calculate the velocity of electron. A simple formula is there for velocity. V is equals to 2.19 into 10 to the power 6 Z by N. Unit will be meter per second. You should know some facts about velocity of electron. With this formula you can see that velocity of electron decreases with the increase in the value of n. Velocity of electron is highest in the first orbit. Okay, number of orbit is inversely proportional to the velocity. So velocity of electron is highest in the first orbit. As the positive charge on the species increases, velocity of the electron also increases. And one more thing, the velocity of electron in the same orbit of hydrogen atom, helium ion and lithium ion decreases in the order. Lithium 2 plus will be greater than helium plus will be greater than hydrogen atom. You can see that Z is directly proportional to velocity. And one more thing you have to remember, that this formula is applicable to species containing one electron. For one electron system, we will take hydrogen atom, helium ion, lithium ion. When we have calculated the energy, that electronic energy mean for hydrogen atom, we have seen that it is coming in the negative, it is giving a negative value. So one should know why this comes in the negative. When the electron is at rest, it is infinitely far away from the nucleus and is assigned to have zero energy. As the electron moves towards the positive, means if the electron is away from the nucleus at the infinite distance, we just assume that energy it is having is zero energy. As the electron moves towards, means the from infinity electron is coming towards the nucleus, it experiences a force of attraction. As you know that opposite attracts, nucleus is positive, electron is negative. When electron is moving toward the nucleus, it will be attracted towards the nucleus because of the positive charge of nucleus. What will be the result? Some energy is given out. Since the energy of electron was already zero when it was in infinite, therefore the energy of electron becomes negative. Okay, in infinite the energy of electron was zero, it is coming towards the positive charge, already zero, then the energy becomes negative. As the electron comes more and more close to the nucleus, energy of electron becomes more and more negative. The most negative energy is given by n is equal to 1, and it corresponds to most stable orbit. It is called ground state. For atoms and ions having one electron, energy of electron in various orbits will be calculated by the formula which I have given. I can give it again. Energy minus 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 into z square upon n square. This will be equal to minus k z square upon n square joule per atom. This is the energy, and when n is infinite and En is 0. Okay, this was the explanation about the presence of large number of spectral lines in hydrogen atom. Let's move on to limitations of Bohr's atomic model. Limitations of Bohr's atomic theory. Actually, Bohr's atomic model accounts for the stability and line spectra of hydrogen atom and ions like hydrogen atoms such as helium ion, lithium ion, beryllium ion, means one electron system. However, it has following limitations such as Bohr atomic model explains the behavior of only those atoms and ions which contain only one electron. Okay, and this model does not explain the behavior of atoms or ions which contain more than one electron, such as nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine, lithium plus, sodium plus, etc. So the whole explanation, everything is only concentrated towards one electron system. Bohr's atomic model does not explain Zeeman effect. Zeeman effect. What is Zeeman effect? Splitting of spectral lines under the influence of magnetic field is called Zeeman effect. Okay, when the phenomena of deflection of electrons in the presence of magnetic field, when we are talking about deflection of electrons in magnetic field, that is Zeeman effect. And Stark effect, what is Stark effect? When we are talking about the splitting of spectral lines under the influence of electric field is called Stark effect. Okay, so Bohr atomic model does not explain the Zeeman effect and Stark effect. Means if we will apply electric field or magnetic field, whatever is happening, this was not explained by Bohr's atomic model. One more limitation: when spectrum of hydrogen is studied under the under the powerful spectroscope of high resolving power, it is found that each single line is made up of fine lines. When we study the hydrogen spectrum by a simple microscope, we have find this type of dark lines. Okay, and when we have studied the hydrogen spectrum by a powerful spectroscope at high resolving power, we have find that it is coming like fine lines. It was not a band, it was fine lines. The presence of these fine lines in the spectrum of hydrogen atom is called fine spectrum of hydrogen atom. Bohr atomic model does not explain the fine spectrum of hydrogen atom. Two more principles, Heisenberg and de Broglie, we will study, but only see here that Bohr atomic model is against Heisenberg uncertainty principle. It could not explain the ability of atoms to form molecules by chemical bonds. It was suggested by de Broglie that a small moving particle like electron has particle as well as wave nature. Bohr treated electron as a particle only. De Broglie principle and Heisenberg uncertainty principle will be my next topic. Actually, Bohr has considered as a particle, but de Broglie is saying it as a wave. This was not explained by Bohr's model. So these were the limitations of Bohr's model. Now I have to move towards quantum or wave mechanical model of the atom. I think I should talk about this in my next lecture. So whatever I have taught, read it in your book and then listen it. And thank you so much, children.